welcome.
Me. Thank you very much.
Well,
Happy
thank
to
you
be
for
here.
coming.
My pleasure.
Oh my goodness. I'm excited and anxious to really talk about your career and how it has evolved.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to
Man.
be here.
So first let's first just say, who is Wayna? Where did you come from, Wayna? Where have you been all these years?
Oh, that's sweet. Well, I'm from here. I grew up in Rockville, but I'm originally from Ethiopia, and I, came of age in the DC music community right down the street on U Street. I mean, it's funny where the studio is. Right next door is Sankofa, and I spent like summers after summers there learning about Ethiopian culture and meeting some of my peers who are still good friends and influences musically and otherwise. So I'm a Maryland girl, but I've been influenced by a lot of different cultures, and I try to incorporate that in what I do.
Okay. So how long have you been on the music scene?
Let's see. My first album came out in 2004, and and this latest one came out this year. So it's been quite an amazing journey of really self-discovery. I think that's the journey that any person who's trying to accomplish something big goes on. It's not so much what you're doing out in the world as much as it is a conversation you're having with yourself, right? Like, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I ready? Do I deserve this? And it's been an amazing journey.
So you're saying that your first project was released in 2004.
Yeah.
Before that, were you performing with bands? Were you doing local gigs? I mean, or did you just start out saying, I'm going to put together this CD and start from the top?
No, definitely not. It was a long process. I mean, I was performing from the time I was young, always in elementary school and junior high school. I was in honors chorus and things like that, and just always knew that I loved music. But my family was pretty conservative, and they didn't really consider art as being a viable profession. And more so, my mom had immigrated from Ethiopia here so that I would get an education and be a professional, and that was kind of drilled into my head my whole childhood. So it took me a while before I could really, make the leap into being a full-time artist. I went to college, got a degree in English, got a job working as a writer, and had a whole other life before I delved into music. And, that kind of made it harder and easier in some ways because I was more mature, so I, was more disciplined and very focused, and really worked like crazy the first few years to catch up for the time I had lost. But at the same time too, it was I was playing catch up. I was trying to squeeze an enormous amount of growth into a short amount of time. And I was lucky because I got to work with artists in the area, like, people from DC know, some of the best performers in the world are here.
Right.
And, my first few gigs were right alongside like Raheem Devon, Eric Roberson, and those cats know how to put on a show, And the audiences also, they are smart. They know the difference between, real music and, pretend. And even when national established acts come and play, if they're not giving it, they're just looking at them like, you gotta give us something. And that was the perfect training ground for me because it just made me, really get good because I had no choice,
Right.
in order to survive. So artists like W. Ellington Felton, Raheem, Eric Roberson, just shaped, who I would become as a performer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, and even to get in with that crowd, was this by networks?
Yeah.
Did you know people that knew people, or how did you even get in that clique?
It's funny. I answered an ad in the city paper. There was an advertisement for a background singer for an artist named Ayanna Gregory. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
She was on the show.
Oh, okay,
She was here a few weeks ago.
Yeah, she's amazing. And that was my first ever gig. She hired me to sing background for her CD release party for Beautiful Flower.
Wow.
And we just clicked, her and Yvette, who's Free,
amazing.
her stage name Free.
Yes.
And her producer was the producer who's done almost all my albums and who produced the song that was nominated for a Grammy. So
Wow.
it was really fate or God I should say, putting people together, putting things together.
That is amazing. I mean, when Ayanna was here, what was really interesting and what she shared with us one of the things that she shared, because she shared so much, was just how, even with her father being Dick Gregory, and how he had a lot of people that could have very easily have put her right in the midst of the mainstream industry, or she could have just, but she said that fear kind of kept her from moving forward. She didn't feel that she was good enough or worthy of the success. So
it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's not even so much about what the world thinks about you. It's really what you think about you. And that explains why there are so many artists who are maybe not all that talented, but they're hella successful. It's their attitude.
Yeah. Those are the ones that seem to be a lot more passionate performing too, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes, I'm seeing that. But my thing is, I'm just happy that any artist that is successful in doing what they're doing, that have set a goal and are moving towards that goal, or even are accomplishing that goal, then my kudos to them, whether they are as talented or not.
I totally agree, because they figured something out.
Yes. So what I hear from what you're saying, though, is that you're pretty much fearless. Almost.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, that takes a lot of courage. I mean, to put yourself, to put it out there, like answering the ad, and then you were saying that you went to school and you majored in English and you did the 9 to 5, and then you made the decision that you wanted to be an artist, and to just take those steps. And as you take those steps, and that's one of the things that I think is so interesting that I'm finding in this show, is as you take those steps, other opportunities seem to just come to you.
Absolutely.
But you have to be in that moment. You got to be there. You got to show up.
Yes.
So that's so I hear that you definitely. I mean, there may have been some moments where you may have been a little apprehensive, but overall, you were passionate and you believed in yourself enough to keep moving forward.
Yes.
So I mean, kudos to you on that. So one of the things I noticed I tell you, this needs to be like a template. So this is the first page of the EPK, and then the second page, we can't folks zoom in on it, but this section here just shows the accolades that were given from different artists, from Billboard magazine, from Essence, and then it breaks down, some of the highlights, the people that she's worked with, her bio, very short bullet points, featured appearances, and so I noticed that you've had incredible compliments and from industry leaders. So how did you transition from a local independent artist to an artist that is not just known here and not just known overseas, like in the UK, which seems to be happening quite a bit here lately, but in other states? Because I'm finding Silver Logan Sharp was on our show a few weeks ago, and she was stating that, or she was expressing that she's got a lot of love overseas, but then as far as the love and support home, or even in other states in the U.S., she's not getting that. So how are you known? How did you become known to some of these folks?
Well, I think the first step was really getting some sort of recognition in my home market, because I worked hard. Raheem Devon used to have a weekly soul series at Tacoma Station, and I performed there once a month. And when I wasn't performing, I would go and do the jam sessions every Sunday, and it was just taking every opportunity that I could to get in front of people. If there was an artist whose music I thought was similar to mine coming to play, I would find out who booked them and see if I could open up for them, sometimes for free, or I would come out of my pocket to pay for it. It was just all about getting in front of audiences and trying to give my best every time. And I was blessed that the album was received really well. The first album was received really well. So it just kind of, there was a buzz in the city, and that led to other markets. That led people who have their ear to the ground know when there's something bubbling in an important market like DC, and they give you a chance to come and show what you can do. And then it was just a matter of really delivering, which I felt like I was ready to do after being trained by the audiences here. They really showed me what I was doing right and what I wasn't doing right. So it helped me grow a lot. So I think that was then. And now, though, I think the internet is really the key, and just getting out there and giving people, enough, insight into not only your art, but who you are as a person, and connecting with them, and, the person behind the music.
Okay, so that kind of segues into, actually pretty much answered the question in terms of how you would advise the listening, viewing audience in taking their career to the next level. So it's showing up, making your presence known, and then the social media. But I had a social media person here a few weeks ago that said, in terms of Facebook, you think that you've got like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 friends, and you're thinking that you're reaching these people, but really you're not.
Yeah.
So it's really not enough.
No, I mean, you mean the social media
As far as,
aspect of it? Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a certain percentage of people who follow you that are engaged, and you want to increase that, engagement as much as possible. But, I think it's just, just authenticity and being transparent in whatever platform you have. I mean, even if it's just, a fraction of the quote unquote likes that you have, if you impact those people in a meaningful way, then they'll tell a friend about you. They will, and they'll, and eventually it will, it will continue to grow, as long as you're always, giving the best of giving your heart, and being authentic, and allowing yourself to being brave enough to be vulnerable, really, and just putting yourself out there every time. I don't know a person who doesn't respond to that.
Pure and honest.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very good advice. So let's see, the current project, the Expats. You said, I'm reading this because I actually watched, I went on YouTube and watched it was like a 5 to 6 minute video on your launch.
Yeah.
And I was really intrigued by what you said, and I'll have to read this because I don't want to miss the quote. You said, you wanted this CD to be great, and to be great is to be all of what you are, and to be honest, and to be brave, and to take risks. So how does that differ, or does it differ from some of your previous projects, like from the first project that you ever did and comparing it to this project?
I just, my whole mindset as an artist changed over the course of those 3 albums, because my first project, it was all about, I just wanted to get my foot in the door, and I wanted to make a quality piece of art, but I didn't really see it as my responsibility to push art. Like I felt like I wanted to make my version of the kinds of songs that I loved the most, but I didn't see it as my responsibility as an artist to push the envelope and really do something that people haven't heard before, because art is not just a great song. It's like there's an element of innovation that has to happen too. You can't just be an imitator. You want to really create. And the artists that I admire the most have been people who did something people haven't heard before. And there's so much music out there, and there's so many talented people out there. How do you stand out? I mean, you ask how do you take your music to the next level? It's by being unique, being really and truthfully unique. And so that's what I tried to do. I asked myself, why do I deserve a microphone? If I'm asking the universe to give me a platform, why do I deserve it? And it better be because I'm saying something powerful. I'm inspiring people to be free, or I'm being bold. Because otherwise, why do it? Why put your family through the sacrifices they need to do? Why, you take the risk? I mean, there's a lot of hard work that's behind the scenes of doing something that seems, just fun or glamorous on the outside. It's like a lot of, grueling work behind the scenes. So, and I'm proud of that. Like, that's the reason why I do it. I just played Harlem 3 nights ago, and man, it was a hard gig. Drove there myself. pack the CDs in the car, like all the like, the indie grind is like just, get it and, just do it, drive to rehearsal. I'm driving half the band to and from, I mean,
Right.
it's the way it is. And yet in those 45 minutes when we're performing, it's like, okay, this is what it's all about now, right now, right here, and making people in that room feel like we're all a part of something special, and we're never going to be the same. That we just saw something special. This isn't the same old thing. It's like different, and that's the high that that I live for, and that's why I can jump right back in my car and drive all the way back up 95 at midnight, so I can be home in time to feed my daughter at 4:30 a.m. when she wakes up. So that's the thing that keeps me inspired. And as long as there are people around me who are also chasing their dreams, people like you who are pushing other artists and following your own dream as a broadcaster, that and as a mom, I mean, that keeps me going and inspired.
Wow. I just keep saying wow. I should find another word, but I mean, very interesting, very insightful. So you also said that you wanted your story to inspire greatness in people who heard it and explore who you are. What in your story inspires greatness?
That's such a great question. I think my story started out being compelling because I was raised by a great woman. So my mom left Ethiopia living a comfortable life, and took me and came to a country where she was an immigrant. She's a single mom. It's in the 70s. She's a black woman. There's all kinds of difficulty on top of difficulty, and her determination was for me to be educated and to have a better life than she did. And everything that I saw her endure on a daily basis, working 2 jobs, putting herself through school, dealing with racism, dealing with sexism, dealing with being a single mother, being kind of jumpy, all like the things I didn't quite get as a kid. Like I used to love to sneak behind her and be like boo, and she would freak out, and I understand now looking back, like, oh God, what is it like being a single woman raising a daughter, and I think just that the character that seeing that kind of character and that kind of strength on a daily basis and the sacrifice just made me realize, okay, I obviously have to do something amazing to honor the sacrifice that she laid before me. I don't take it for granted, never once. So that was the launching pad, and I think since then I've sort of had this kind of pact with God, where I felt like if I gave my whole heart and tried as much as I could to never hold back, that He would help me to do amazing things. And I feel like there was just a sort of conversation or a turning point that I had in my young adulthood where I made that promise. And ever since then, amazing things have happened for me. And I trust that that's Him, every time, like just opening up doors that it doesn't even make sense that I would have this opportunity, when I was 22, I got a job working at the Clinton White House. And, I didn't go to Harvard, and I don't, know a lot of powerful people that go to have friends at Sidwell or whatever. I mean, I'm just a regular, kid raised by a single mom. And that amazing opportunity was open for me because I happened to intern for a man named Terry Edmonds, the first African-American to ever serve as a presidential speechwriter, who took me under his wing and gave me this great opportunity and taught me so much about life, about writing, about politics. And then I got to work for this amazing Ethiopian political action committee as an executive director of this political action committee, and the board of directors were all incredibly accomplished people in various aspects of life. One was the founder of World Space Radio, which is the precursor to XM, and a lawyer, diplomat, an ambassador, a very successful real estate person, and each of them would like sow these little seeds in me, would teach me things about their life or about their profession, little nuggets of why they're amazing. And they would all take, pull me aside and be like, this is what you have to do here, and they were like giving me a piece of their, brilliance, and this was at, when I was like 25, 26, and it just gave me this, this feeling that I could accomplish anything, if I really, worked hard. And, and since then, just the opportunity to work with the artists that I have, working with Ayana, we ended up doing a show in California at the Temple Bar where Stevie Wonder came to see her perform, and that's how he heard me perform. And we've kept in touch since, and ever since 10 years, ago. And I just feel like things like that, I know is God, just basically saying that if I represent to the best of my ability, then He'll give me extraordinary opportunities. And He's never failed. I mean, he keeps doing it as much as I let Him. It's like it's all about what in my own mind. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. I think I'm just sitting here as I'm listening. Idea just popped in my head because, again, I say week after week, I get so engrossed in these conversations, and I learn so much, and it's like it feels like it's just never enough time. So I think as I'm sitting here, I might just try to open up. Maybe if there are questions that are left over, maybe I'll open something up on Facebook and just like ask the artists, and then give people an opportunity to, because we also offer, we archive these shows so people can watch them. Those that missed the show can go back and look at it. But there's just so much more to learn, and your words are so inspirational that with each question it's more inspiring. So it's like, I don't want to stop, but we got to hear you. I definitely want to hear you sing. So let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back. We'll hear you do an original, I Don't Want to Wait, with Chris.
Yes, Chris Rouse, who's like the amazing producer, keyboardist, guitarist, vocal arranger from Toronto, who's who's very intricately involved in the making of the album.
Okay, so so Chris will be accompanying you. Yes. And then we'll come back and get some information on where you'll be performing next, and how people can stay connected to you, and then that will be it. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. water. I never went under. I saw promise, love that was honest. All I'd been missing, all for the risking. Fate can only be delayed, so I even make her wait. Her wait. I don't wanna wait no more. Wait for the summer. I don't wanna wonder. Ooh, I won't be too late. Oh, don't wait for the thunder. I don't wanna wonder. I don't wanna wait. Turtle in the shell only knows the springtime by its smell. Is that as well? Hollow as a bell, my heart knew only to protect itself. I never felt. Then you came like a gentle breeze, oh, like a breeze. Fate can only be delayed, so I even make her wait. Her wait. I don't wanna wait no more. Wait for the summer. I don't wanna wonder. Ooh, I won't be too late. Oh, don't wait for the thunder. I don't wanna wonder. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait no more. Wait for the summer. I don't wanna wonder. Ooh, I won't be too late. Oh no, late for the thunder. I don't wanna wonder. I don't wanna wait no more. 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 Fate can only be delayed, so I even make her wait. To live while procrastinate, so I even make her wait. Her wait. I don't wanna wait no more. Wait for the summer. I don't wanna wonder. Ooh, I won't be too late. Oh no, late for the thunder. Oh no, I don't wanna wonder. I don't wanna wait. No, I don't wanna wait no more. Wait for the thunder. I don't wanna wonder. And I won't be too late. Oh no, late for the thunder. I don't wanna wonder. I don't wanna wait no more. 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 Come on, Wendy. I don't wanna wait no more. 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 Here we go, Bob. I don't wanna wait to vain. 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 I don't wanna wait no more. I don't wanna wait no more. Oh no, I don't wanna wait no more. I don't wanna wait no more. I don't wanna wait no more. No, I don't wanna wait no more. I don't wanna wait no more. I don't wanna wait no. I don't wanna wait no more.
It was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. We have run out of time. I'm mad right now. But I don't want my friends from the Earth Show to get on me. They're looking at me crazy. No, they're not. I'm just kidding. But thank you so much for tuning in. Contact information.
Yeah, so you can reach me at Wayna Music on all the handles: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's Wayna, Wayna Music.
Okay.
And this is my brother Chris Rouse, all the